Hey guys, Gunner Freak 4 here, and this is somewhat of a video response to Shungetsu XZ on their video, Why Bleach Went Downhill. It's not an official response, and I'm not really going to post it as video response because I don't want them thinking I'm mooching off the video to get views. I just wanted to tell you guys that's the video that inspired me to make this video. And it's somewhat of a little response to a minor point they made in their video. They had a little segment on the censorship in anime, like in Bleach, most of it. And I decided to expand a little more on that, on my experiences with anime censorship. And I'm not talking about the 4Kids or Viz Media's first airing of Naruto or something like that. I'm going to be talking about the Japanese censorship and how anime is somewhat getting less violent in Japan. And here we are always complaining about, 4Kids, Viz Media, TV airings, when, the Japanese do it themselves. So, I like to start off this with a little something Neo GameSpark said. He's another YouTube user I watch him. He did a Dragon Ball Z Kai video. And he said, this is not an official quote, but he said that the viewings for violence on Japanese animation are a lot more stricter than they were 10 or 15 years ago. Like in 1989, I think the biggest example I could say with this would be the Raditz versus Piccolo and Goku fight. When Piccolo fires his special beam cannon and Goku's got Raditz in a lock, and the beam goes right through both of them, and there's a big bloody hole through both of them. And then Dragon Ball Kai, go 20 years later to last year's airing of Dragon Ball Kai, and there's only a burn mark. Now, given Dragon Ball Kai comes on Sunday mornings in Japan, if I believe so, I guess it would make sense why they would edit that. But it's not just Kai; it's also other shows that I've noticed that I think don't come on Sunday mornings, but yet they get pretty censored as well. One of these would be Reborn, Bleach, and Dragon Ball Kai. I already said the Dragon Ball Kai example. Now I want to go on Reborn. Kitakio Hitman Reborn is another anime I watch. Pretty damn good one, that is. It's actually coming to an end, actually. The manga is going on, but for some reason, if I understand correctly, they're ending the anime after the fight with Byakugan. The villain of the future arc. If you watch Reborn, you'll know. Reborn, in the manga, it's pretty violent. In the anime, on the other hand, the violence is toned down quite a bit, actually. There's almost minimal blood in that show. I think the bloodiest moment in the entire anime itself is the end of the first season of Reborn, right before the Suna versus Rukudo fight, when Rukuro was possessing Gokudera and Bianchi and the rest of his friends, and they were bloodied up. I mean, they had injuries on their stomachs, and there was blood seeping through them. That was probably the bloodiest moment in the entire series of Reborn, at least in the anime itself. The manga stays pretty violent. After that fight, and that fight was I think episode 26, when it got into the second season, especially the Varia arc, it got less and less violent to the point of no blood whatsoever, which to me is somewhat unrealistic and doesn't really make much sense to me because they use profanity in that show, and I'm not just talking about damn and crap. They say bastard and damn, crap. They might have said son of a bitch, but I'm not sure about that. I don't remember them saying that. But moving them on, they have profanity, which is for a TV show in American standards would be TV-14, the same as Bleach or what should be Naruto Shippuden. And I'm about to get on that in a second. The whole thing with Diseny XD. That's one thing I definitely want to cover. It really doesn't make sense that they would have profanity but no blood. I think one of the most notable examples I can say for this show that shows the censorship is the Squall versus Yamamoto fight in the manga, comparing it to the Squall and Yamamoto fight in the anime. Now, in the manga, Yamamoto is like totally bloodied up. He's holding the ring and he's got blood on his face. He looks like crap. In the anime, there was almost no blood in that fight. Very little, if any. And it was basically looked like he just had a bunch of bruises. So that was a major, major edited fight, and I don't understand why they felt the need to edit it. Now, I don't know if it's different with the DVDs of Reborn. The DVDs are probably never going to come to the U.S. because Reborn is just some show people watch online once a week. It really is not in the mainstream of America, from what I understand. It's nothing like Naruto or Bleach. And I think one of the most notable edits recently was in Bleach, one that recently aired in Japan. I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, when Hiyori was, rushing towards Aizen all pissed off. And in the manga, she got cut in half. In the anime, it was just a slash wound. Again, that's the one, Shungetsu XZ, that's the one they brought up. Now, this just shows that the Japanese standards on violence in anime is actually getting a lot stricter. But there's one more topic I want to do. That's going to be the Naruto and Disney XD. Now, since I made that video a year ago, I really never have expressed my opinion on the censorship in Shippuden. Now, I do think it's good that Shippuden's on TV. Like Neo GameSpark said, Naruto had nowhere else to go. Cartoon Network didn't want it, so censorship was to be expected when it came to Disney XD. So as far as the censorship goes, I'm not big on it. I rarely watch it. I just watch Naruto once a week on Hulu or something like that, the newest episodes. But, you know, there are a few things I wonder about how Disney XD is going to do the future fights in Naruto Shippuden. Because they get pretty violent. I mean, they haven't even touched the surface of the violence in Shippuden. Like, you know when Asuma cuts off Hidan's head? How the hell are they going to do that? That's going to be like, are they just going to have some little disembodied voice off screen and they're all just shocked, implying that he got his head cut off? That's one fight I'm tuning into to see how they're going to do that. And I'll probably walk away really pissed off or just laughing my ass off. Another thing is the Killer Bee and Raikage fight. And I know that one's like probably years away. I don't even know if Naruto Shippuden is still going to be airing on Disney XD. And then there's the Naruto versus Pain, Itachi versus Sasuke, and that fight's pretty violent, and so on and so forth. I know I'm saying these out of order, but how are they going to do these fights? Some of these fights get pretty freaking bloodied. And I know a lot of these, like, you know, when they have blood driven down, they can always just edit that off. And what about Hidan's voodoo jutsu thing? You know, where he draws a circle in blood and he consumes Asuma's blood or his victim's blood and then stabs himself. How are they going to do that? I mean, that's probably the one thing I'm wondering that's going to come up pretty soon. So it makes me wonder how Disney XD is going to possibly do this. It's just interesting. And again, I could watch these and laugh my ass off, or I could walk away all pissed off. That's pretty much all I have to say on the Japanese censorship of anime and the Shippuden on Disney XD. Kind of a fun little video I wanted to do. My Pokemon Special video should be up sometime within the next couple of weeks. I'm trying to do that. And then I have my 1 year on YouTube special I'm going to be trying to do next week. I got to think of something to do for it. I know that's so bad. Week before and I have no ideas. That's it. This is Gundam 4. God bless, and I'll see you guys later.